Good afternoon, Ravi.
Hi guys, good afternoon everybody.
Good afternoon, Ravi.
Hi, good afternoon, Ravi.
Hi, good Are Satish.
Yes, Ravi.
Good.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ravi.
Hey, voice is
Yeah.
breaking. And it is, I think, voice is breaking. Everything is good.
Yeah, good, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
No,
Little breaking.
Okay, little
sometimes
breaking.
breaking.
Okay, no issues. I'll change the network. Don't worry.
It's fine, Ravi.
Yeah. Let's see that the people name Pujita Pankaj Chaudhary, Divya Arora. Hey, Divya, yesterday I think you are not there, right? Akhilesh, Sai, Shandeep, Sudhir, Satish, Shailesh, Sharma, Sachin. Okay, no issue. Because some I don't know that institution, some ABCD institution, IB something institution, that is the big institution, right?
Yes, Ravi.
In the Bangalore, they given opportunity to me, right? I said that how you get my number and all those things. They said one of my student is only saying
On the
that.
recording.
Yeah. Oh, hey, still not. Yes. So today we are going to start.
JWT, login and token.
Just I'm searching where yesterday. Yes. Yeah, registration process we done, right? Now let's understand today what is that login and the token generation process in our what microservices, friends, right? Come on, so everyone is ready for that. I'm audible, guys?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. 1 minute. I'm changing the network, friends. Okay. Okay. Now still voice is breaking. Just I changed my network. Totally people are becoming silent. Why?
No, Ravi.
No silent. Can you hear?
Okay, so today let's understand what is that second steps, right? Let's understand today what is that second step. What is the second step today now? What is the second step today now? Today we are going to log in. What is that? Login and a token. What is that? Login and a token generation, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Login
Yes,
and
Ravi.
a token generation, right? Login and a token generation, right? Oh, okay. So first what we will do it now. Yesterday just we made, right? Yesterday by using that postman, what we did, we send the data, right? We send the data and our controller is taking the data and it's storing in the database or not? Come on.
Yes.
Yesterday itself only, right? Yesterday itself only. What we did now here itself only. Which request we made? Yeah, this data we sent, right? We sent and this data is stored in the database or not? Come on, friends.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi. Two
Yeah.
tables I have stored.
Yeah, so now let's today what we will do it now. Today we will understand what is that login and a token generation, right? How we can, after taking this JSON data, right? After taking this JSON data, first what we need to do, we need to convert in the token format in our what microservices, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's first understand these things as a diagrammatically, right? Let's understand these things as a diagrammatically here itself only. Okay, so just I'm copying this JSON data itself only, and here what I'm doing now, this JSON data is there, right? This JSON data is there. This this JSON data is there, right? First step what we will do it now, whenever we will make the JSON data request, right? JSON data request. First we will make the data request. This data request, where this data request is going now, friends? It's going to user controller or not?
Yes.
Yes.
User controller, right? It's going to what? It's going to user controller. Yesterday we wrote itself only, right? That I'm talking about that this controller, friends.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about that. Then what we will do it now? In the user controller, what we will do it now? We will write some logic, right? We will write some logic. That logic will check means nothing but what is that? Login check. We will validate this what? We will check this what? JSON data here. Login checks. Login checks, right? Here what we will do it now? Login checks. With what is that? User request, right? With what? User request. What user request only? This one, this request is what? User request only is coming to what controller, na friends? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
User request. Hey, what I'm writing? User request, right? User request. So what we will do it now? In the user controller itself only. In the user what I'm doing now? This is the registration. Hey, sorry, friends, it's my mistake only. Here we are doing the registration process. This registration process data, right? Come on.
Yes.
This is the registration process data, right? Sorry, friends. Okay, this is the registration process data. After registering that, we will get what is that? Username and password or not, friends? Come on.
Yes.
We will get
Yeah.
username and password, right? It's my mistake, because we are doing that what? Login process, right? We are doing the login and the token generation process. In this, what will be there? Just username and password only will be there, right? Come on. In this time, just what is that? If we want to log in, what we need? Just username and password only, right?
Yes.
We need what? Just username and password itself only. That's it, right? So after the, because first step what we are doing now? Registration. After registration, that what we will do it now? We will take username and a password. Then we can able to log in our application or not? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So here what is that? Then but here what is that? In this time, what is that? Login will be there in the JSON data only, right? JSON data only. In that, what we will do it now? We will take username and a password in the JSON format, right? In the JSON format, and we will send this JSON to whom? We will send this JSON to whom? User controller, right? In
Yes,
that, in that user controller, what we will do it now? We will take this username and password in the object format, right? We will take this username and password in user format, right? User format. For that purpose we will, yeah, for that purpose what we will do it now, friends? For that purpose we will write one model class, right? We will write one model class, and that model class, what we will uh, in that model class, what we will trap this username and what is that password only, right? So we will write how we can specify in our what Java this username and password. We will convert this JSON in the object, just simple. Just what we will do it now, we will convert this username and password in the object format, right? In our controller. In which controller? User controller, right? In which controller?
Yes,
User controller, right? Yeah, user controller. So what we will do it now, we will take what is that user request. This is we will specify one class. In that class, what we will do it now, we will take what is that username and a password, right? Password. We will take username and a password, right? Password. Okay. After taking this one, right? After taking this one, what we will do it now? What we will do it now? We will call what? We will call one one, what is that? One validation. Sorry, yeah, authentication validation interface, right? 1 minute, I'll show that. Control Shift T. Authentication, right?
yes,
Authentication, where that interface spring dot security. In that authentication, okay, Control Shift O, 1 minute. Just I want to show that class, it will take granted authority principal. This memory we saw that last time, granted authority, get creation. Okay, fine. One minute, something wrong. User request. Okay, user request will come here. User request will come after, then we will convert in this one in the object format. Okay. After converting that, what we will do, yeah, we will authenticate, right? We will authenticate. Okay, then what we will do it now, this, yeah, this credential, what we will do it now in the whenever our application in the stateful behavior, whenever our application was there in the stateful behavior, what we don't want to do those things. Who is the doing? Our Spring container only doing. But here what we need to do, we need to do everything as a explicitly only, right? Explicitly only. So using what is that one class name is there. What we will do it now, we will validate, right? We will validate this object, right? Means what? Whatever credential our end user is sending, right? Whatever credential our end user is sending, that credential is valid or not, right? Valid or not. If valid, then what will happen now? Then load that what? Load the user detail, right? User details. Now, okay, 1 minute. Something mismatch is happening, right? Something I'm forgetting to implement security. 1 minute, friends.
no issue.
Implementation. No, just a minute, right? Just a minute. I want to recall that because a long time back I was did, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got it, right, got it. Here we not implemented it still, right? No, okay. We need to open first what last time application itself only, where that this one only, right? Spring ORM. Friends, just I want to clarify that things, okay? Security configure, right? Okay, just last application I'm opening here. What is that? Authentication manager builder is there, right? Authentication manager builder is there. Okay, so now here what is that? In this time, what it will be? Just authentication manager only, right? Authentication manager only. Whenever we are implementing what? Whenever we are implementing, what is that? Token, JWT token. What is that? Is authenticate manager will be there. In the this authenticate manager, what will be there now, guys? What will be there now? Authenticated, right? Come on. Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Authenticated.
Ravi.
Yeah,
Yes.
authenticated will be there. This authenticated, what it will do now? It will check, right? It will check if right, if valid credential, then this one will proceed. If not, then what will it will throw some, what is that? Error, right? Error. So authenticated, what is that? Authentication will be there, right? It will return, what is that? Authentication itself only, right? Authentication manager. What is the class name, friends? What is the class name? Authentication manager, right? Authentication
Yes, sir.
manager. Authentication manager. Okay, good. So fine, friends. Okay, fine. So here what we will do it now, again we will implement in our application. What we will take the help of? What we will take the help of? What? Authentication manager, right? Authentication manager. Authentication manager. This authentication manager will take, what is that? Authenticated. What is that? Authenticated argument. So how we can authenticate this token? How we can, because this data is coming in the token format, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Token format. Yeah.
Because this
Yeah.
this credential will come in the token format, right? So what we will do it now, the last time we saw that, right? Last time, yeah, internally these things is happening now. So authentication manager, right? Authentication. I'm opening the declaration of authentication now. So authentication, this authentication is there. It's asking what? It's asking, it's an implementation class, right? As a argument, it's asking, what is that? It's a implementation class. So what is the implementation class now? What is the implementation class now? Control Shift T. Sorry, 1 minute, I forgot that shortcut key. Anyone can help me how we can see that implementation? What is the implementation of Control Shift O? Control O. 1 minute.
Yes.
Control Shift
Yeah,
plus R, Ravi.
sorry.
Control Shift plus R, resource for resource.
Yeah, Control Shift R. I know this one is not.
F3 on F1, F3 or F3 on that particular class will show the implementation.
Ravi, you can click on a class name and then
On
press
class,
the
right click implementation or F3 on class name.
Just go to the class name and click there. Press the control.
In the public class, not on that one.
Oh, you are talking about
Public
here.
class. Yeah, below. Yeah. Here. Yeah, F1,
Just
F3 or
go to the
F3,
class
that will give the implementation.
and click the control.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. What is the implementation class now, friends? What is the implementation class? Abstract authentication token. No, this one is the implementation class. What is the implementation class now? User password authentication token, right?
Yes, Ravi.
User password
Yeah.
authentication token. By taking this one, if you want to see here, what is that argument? It will take what? It will take this one.
Principal.
Yeah, it will take, what is that? Username and what is that? Password object. Credential means what? password only, right? And here people are remember that we saw that principal memory, in the principal memory,
Yes.
what we are reading now, we can able to read the user or not in the last whenever we are
Yes.
implementing our login activity. Come on. Come on, yeah,
Yes.
give the
Yes, sir.
response. So now fine. Okay, so here what we will do it now, this is the constructor, but yeah, this is the constructor. What we will take this using this constructor, we will pass what is that
Username
username.
and password.
Yeah, username and a password. Username and a password. Username and a password. By taking this username and a password, what we will do it now next, what we will do it next, we will call what is that last discussion only, right? Last discussion only, we will call what is that user detail service. We will call what is that user detail
service.
we will call what user detail service, right? User detail service. In the user detail service, what is that? What was the method now, friends? What was the method? People are remember that? User detail service, right? User detail service security. Yeah, in the user detail service, what is the method now? We seen that, right? Come on, this method implementation last time people,
Yes, Kevin, last project.
whenever we are implementing the security concept in our application, right?
Yes.
So by taking the user detail service, which method we will call now? Which method we will call? Load user by username, right? Come on. We will call what? Load what is that? User by user. Load user by username, right? User by username. After then what will happen? After then next what will happen now, friends? Now this load user by user method will interact with what? This method will interact with what? Database, right? Database, right? And the database, after then what will happen now? After then what will happen now? From the database, it will fetch the credential, and it will again what will happen now? Then here what we will get it now, friends? Here what we will get it now? Spring framework user, right? Come on, we will convert this data in what? We will convert this data in what is that? Spring framework user, right? Come on, we will convert this what is that? This model this data in what is that? User spring framework user, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so after getting that, right, after getting these things, what we will do it now? Okay, these things is happening correctly. Yeah, then after getting this user details, right, after getting this user details, what we will do it now? Then web security configurer, right? Come on, Control Shift T. Configurer adapter, right? It will come to whom? Web security configurer adapter, right? It will come to what? Web security configurer adapter. After then what we will do it now? Here itself only, again what we will do it now? We will authenticate. We will Still in the explanation, some mismatches. These things will happen later, friends. Okay, just I'm removing this one. Okay, let it be this one, right? These things happening from here, web security configurer adapter onward, these things is happening. Okay, no issue. Again, I will give the workflow, right? Again, because web security configurer, when web security, whenever we are doing now, right? Because in the use, after checking this object data now, it will connect directly web security configurer adapter, and this web security configurer adapter is authenticating this username and validate. Okay, no issue. I'll tell again I will tell the workflow, right? Again I'll tell the workflow, because this is the little bit complicated workflow is there, right? Because multiple object here like involved now, so that's why a little bit complicated is there, but don't worry, again I'll explain it, right? Again I'll explain it. So here, what is that web security configurer adapter? In the web security configurer adapter, what we will get it now? What we will get it now? First, we will make the has a relation with what is that authentication manager here itself only in the web security configurer adapter only, right? In the web security configurer adapter only. Control Shift T. What we can make? What we can make? Authentication manager, right? Authentication manager with what is that? Has a relation we will make inside this, what is that? In the web security configurer adapter itself only, right? In the web security configurer adapter. And here what we will do it now, inside that, if you see this, right? So here we will take that, what is that? Authenticated, right? Authenticated. Here what is that? We will pass the authenticated object here itself only, right? Here itself only. Whenever we will pass the authenticated object here, whenever we will pass the authenticated object, then what will happen now? This authenticated object will interact with what is that? Authentication. Then this authenticate object will interact with what? Interact with what? This authentication, right? Here what will happen now? Here it will take using that username and password authentication token implementation class, it will take what is that? This one will take what is that? Username and password, and then this one will communicate with what is that? User detail service class. So right, then it will communicate with what is that? User detail service class. Okay, fine. Now after just focus on this area, now again I will tell the workflow, right? So here what is that? Spring framework security user, right? After getting this spring framework security, what we will do it now? We will perform both operation. What was the both operation? Right, last time we saw that this one will return to whom? This one will return again, what is that? Again this response will come to whom? Web security configurer adapter. It will communicate with both method. What is the both method now? What is the both method? Configuration. Configure with what? Configure with what is that? Authentication manager builder was there na? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Authentication manager builder, right? It will communicate with what? Authentication manager builder. And another one is what? Configure, that is what? HTTP servlet was there, right? Sorry, security, HTTP security method was there, right? So it will communicate with both this method. After the communicating with, what will happen now? It will start to giving the response to whom? It will start giving the response to whom? To our what? Our what? End user. But before sending the request to whom? Before sending the request to whom? We will write one, what is that? Utility class. Which utility class? Will take convert this data in what? This data in what? Token
JSON
format.
format.
Token format. Which one will convert this data in what? Token format, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Use
Yes,
use and convert this one in the JWT token. So for that we will write one utility class, right? Utility class. This utility class responsibility is what? Converting, right? Sorry, this data, whatever data will come, that data by taking this data, converting inside that, converting in what? Converting in token format. Then after converting this token, then what it will do now? It will give the response as what? It will give response as what? It will give response to end user as a what? JSON format, right? JSON format. What will be the JSON format response?
Data from the database.
It will be